Namaste, yogis. We are here today to experience a yoga practice with the mindset of doing everything with a state of ease. So, a lot of times in my classes, especially with new postures or more difficult postures, or even somebody new to class, I see the scrunching of the forehead, labored breathing, and the thing is, yoga is meant for every single physical, mental posture to be done with ease. So, when I studied in India, I often would, in our classes, we would be doing difficult postures. And if our breath started to become a little bit too labored, our teacher would suggest that we lay down in a child's pose until our breath could come back to that restful place. And then we could resume the practice. So it is a process for our bodies to become acclimated to all these different postures. So I encourage you to take your time and find what it feels easeful for you. So it'll be different than anybody else. Really, in our fast paced society, stress is kind of the common denominator, right? Stress management, how stressed are you? But it's not what happens to us or our job that creates the stress. It's how we react to what is going on around us, how we manage ourselves and our stress. So the more that you practice finding ease on the mat, the more you'll find ease off of the mat. Um, there's a concept in yoga that we're moving from the state of effort to effortless, right? So when I first started practicing, there's no way I could sit on my toes this long, and it was an up and down, and it was a ooh, got a cramp, lots of that, right? Lots of effort. But at some point, after taking time and finding some ease in my practice, I was able to come to this state of effortless, where this posture is something I can sit in for many, many minutes with comfort and with ease. So everything comes slowly in a natural process. Trust the process. Don't try to push, right? Yoga is not about pushing, it's about opening and receiving. And that's how you end up growing space within your heart, your mind, and also within your joints and body. So, without further ado, jump on your mat and let's get started. So, we'll use two blocks today. I love using props to help bring the ground closer to us and help open us up a little bit more. And then come to a comfortable seat. So I prefer to take a block underneath my hips and have your knees out wide. You might use two blocks or a bolster or a blanket. We just come to a comfortable sitting position for you, right? This sitting with ease is unique to you, and you don't want to be, you want this pose and every pose to be working for you, not against you, right? So feel where you can sit up nice and tall and have your spine erect but relaxed. And feel your shoulders soften down and back away from your ears, and close your eyes. So good to take our gaze internal. A lot of times we're busy with the external world, so it's important to take that internal time, view what's going on inside. Are we feeling tense? Or are you feeling at ease today in this moment? And now enjoy a little body scan and notice any tension that you're holding in your body. Maybe it's in the shoulders or the hips. Maybe there's some place you're gripping right now that you weren't even noticing that you were gripping until you did this body scan. Maybe even your forehead is a little tight. Maybe your jaw is clenched a little bit. And then let's all take a deep breath in together. Open your mouth, sigh it out, softening into this state of ease. Deep breath in. Breathe it out. feeling your shoulders relax, feeling the weight of your hands on your thighs. Another deep breath in, filling up the belly, rib cage, and chest. And as you exhale, be mindful to soften each and every body part. Two more deep breaths, just like this. Every exhale, feeling like a feather floating down to the earth, very soft and gentle. Every breath in, opening up space within. Good. And just come back to normal automatic breathing and notice how that made you feel. When we come into this state of ease, we're allowing our body and our nervous system to be in that rest and digest nervous system, the parasympathetic, it's called. So it's the exact opposite of stress, exact opposite of those cortisol and other terrible hormones that cause havoc, right? So when they're on too much. Right, so just enjoying this state of rest. Now we're going to bring this state of ease through our movements. So keep your eyes closed here and just simply bring your arms down by your sides. Maybe feel the floor with your fingertips. Notice the texture of your mat. Good. And keeping your palm face down, inhale slowly and bring your left arm just up to halfway parallel with our shoulder. Exhale, turn your palm face up, keeping our hand extended from the shoulder. And inhale, reach your arm all the way up to the sky, really moving with ease, with fluidity. And exhale, extend over to the right side. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, sinking the left hip down, breathing through the rib cage. Exhale, soften. Inhale, gently reach. Exhale, soften. Inhale, reach your arms straight back overhead, head over shoulders over hips. Exhale, bring that arm halfway down, just to our shoulder level. Inhale, palm turns face down. Exhale, float your hand down just like a feather. And pause here. Just notice how this feels, the difference between your left and your right arm. I sense an openness, a lightness, almost some tingling, but it feels more free than the other arm right now. So let's let our right arm join in. So on our inhale, we'll rise our arm, palm face down, just to that halfway point, straight out from our shoulder. Exhale, turn the palm face up. Inhale, reach the arm up overhead. And exhale, extend over to the left side bend, sinking the right hip down. Inhale, breathing in through the rib cage. Exhale, softening your face, your jaw. Deep breath in, reaching. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arm back up to the sky, head over shoulders over hips. Exhale, bring your arm down halfway. Inhale, the palm turns face down. And exhale, float it down all the way to your side like a feather. Notice how both of your arms feel now. A little bit more open, movement with ease. Good. So now open your eyes and we're going to Begin to incorporate some bigger movements. But I want you to think about how you are responding to each of these movements, whether you're scrunching your face or tensing anywhere that you don't need to be. So just do that little mental check in while we go through this flow. So let's take both blocks to the front of the mat and come onto our hands and knees. Good. And first, when you're here, just rock your hips from side to side. Keeping that state of ease, shoulders stay away from the ears. Means your shoulders are relaxed. Your fingertips are spread nice and wide. That way there's not pressure just on the outer edge of the hand and wrist. Good. And then come to a neutral spine. And inhale, let your belly drop down. Heart opens, lift your chin, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, round your back, draw your navel up to spine, press the mat away. Inhale, belly comes down, tailbone lifts, heart lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, reverse it. Belly draws up, chin down, tailbone down. Inhale, finding openness. Exhale, where can you find more ease in this pose? Inhale, shoulders roll back, creating lots of space for the neck. Big breaths. Exhale, making sure we're not scrunching our ears towards our shoulders. One more time. Good. Inhale, coming back to our hands and knees, and then kick your right leg back. Good. Extend through the heel. Find one long line from the tip of your head down to your heel. Good. And now let's draw your knee in towards your chest and then step that foot in between your hand. Good. Walk it a little bit further away, depending on your flexibility, to sink your hips down. This is a great place to come onto your blocks, just so we can give ourselves a little bit of height in the heart. Feel that openness in the shoulders. Good. And find your breath here. Draw your right heel back, your left knee forward. So you have some engagement in the hip joint and in the knee joint. So we're not just loosey-goosey here, but this will still create a big, deep stretch, especially if you let your hips sink down and you open up your chest and roll your shoulders back. Notice what's happening with your face as we're coming into these bigger postures. Are you losing your state of ease or your breath? Or are you still right there with it? See what part of your body can you relax more and be in a state of ease more. Good. And then let's come back a notch from this. So our hips are more over that back knee. And then I want you to lift up your back knee into this runner's lunge. Good. Feel your body weight push back into your left heel. And then check on our form. Are we scrunching up here? Are we opening up, releasing, and finding space as we still draw the right heel back, drawing the left toes forward, engagement in the core. Soften your forehead, soften your jaw, soften your shoulders, and soften your breath. Awesome. Lower that knee down. And then bring your upper body over your hips, rise up. Option to always keep your hand right here if that feels better and balancing for you, or move your feet further apart on these little train tracks. Otherwise, reach your arms up nice and high and sink back down into this lunge, drawing back on the right knee, right heel, drawing forward with the left knee. Find softness in your breath. And then option to lift up, lifting that back knee off of the mat, pressing back into the heel, and then forward onto the toes, softness. Roll the shoulders back and down so there's plenty of room for you to breathe deeply, fully, and slowly. And if your heart rate is going up too high or you're out of breath, take a step back. Okay. And slowly lower that knee. Lower your hands. Place the hands on the mat and back to our tabletop position. Rock out the hips. Mind is present, not on yesterday, not on tomorrow, not on your to-do list, and not on judging the experience either. Just be here with your body. This is your time. Good. Back to neutral. Kick the left leg back, parallel with the floor. Extend through the heel, toes pointed down. Make sure we're not arching our back, but draw the low belly up. Extend through the top of the head, back of the heel, one long line. Big inhale. On your exhale, draw your knee toward your chest and step that foot in between your hands. You can walk it a little more forward and come up onto these blocks. Sinking your hips down and then draw the left heel back. Right knee draws forward isometrically, pulling them in, keeping stableness in your joints, stability in your joints. And then seeing what happens if we attempt to soften and find more ease in this pose. If we release our hips, we roll our shoulders back. If we breathe a little bit slower. One trick to slow down the breath is try to exhale longer than you inhale and count. Maybe count in for 4 and out for 6, and it'll signal your body to relax deeper. Good. Let's bring our hips a little bit back, more over this back knee, and have your toes tucked and lift that knee up. Good. Press back into the heel and then forward onto the toes. Sink your hips down, but draw that left heel back. Right toes isometrically pull in. Roll the shoulders back. Open the heart. Breathe. Feel the softness of the air as it enters your nostrils. Feel the softness of your belly as it opens and closes. Good, and slowly lower that knee down. And then let's rise up. You can always have your hands on your left thigh. Upper body over your hips. Good. And then option to reach your arms up high. Sink back into this lunge, still isometrically drawing left heel back, right knee forward. Soft and gentle. Even with this building strength, so we're building strength, we're stretching, opening our ligaments, and still in a state of ease, all at the same time. Good. Option to lift that back knee, press back into the heel, forward on the toes. Always come back a notch if you're out of breath. Find your balance. Find your peace. Slowly lower down, knee and then hands both on the ground. And send that foot back, tabletop, rock it out. Left and right. Good. Tuck your toes, maybe have your hands a little bit more in front. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Big breath in. And on your breath out, slowly peel your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. First downward dog, let's bend our knees generously and press your belly and chest towards your thighs. Lift your tailbone. Try to make more space between the back of your knees and your sits bones. Press more towards the outer side of your pinky toe, side of your foot. And then gently, you can start to try to lower the heels down and straighten the legs. But this position in no way needs to have straight legs. Rotate your armpits towards your face, right? Your triceps towards your face. Engage your lats. Find some ease in this pose. With all this concentration this pose needs, see if you feel a little tense and see if you can soften a little bit more. Effort to get to effortless. Look in between your hands and then slowly walk to the front of your mat. Forward fold. And you might fold over deep here, or you might be more like this. But wherever you are, I want you to start relaxing from the base of your spine and just let it go all the way up, mindfully relaxing one vertebra at a time till you get to your shoulder blades, arms, back of your neck. Let your head be as heavy and relaxed as a rag doll. There's no effort holding it up. Sometimes it helps to shake it out to figure out how loose it can get. Let it go. Your feet are putting in just the appropriate amount of effort. Same with the muscles in your legs to keep you balanced, but your upper body can completely let go. Be in that state of ease. And slowly rise up to standing. Feeling every part of your body. Feel where your feet are grounded into the earth. Roll your shoulders back and down and bring the palms of your hands forward. Good. So feel that uplifting, rising energy coming through the crown of your head, balanced with that grounding energy holding you to earth. Good. And from here, we're going to come into a chair pose. So you can keep your knees together if that feels good to you. Big toes touching, but your heels a little apart. And inhale, reach your forearms forward and up as you sink your hips back. This is a powerful pose for our thighs. So we're going to see how soft we can get here. Even with our hips sinking back a little bit deeper. Feel your tailbone lengthen and relax back. Feel there be length in your neck, space between your fingers. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring the arms down and back behind you like you're skiing down a mountain. Belly comes to the thighs. Inhale, reaching forward and up. With a slow, easeful breath, exhale down and back. Inhale forward and up. Exhale down and back. Stay here. Deep inhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Exhale, act like you're going to try to clap your hands behind your back. And inhale, rise back up, reach up, stand up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Good. Let's take our hands, plant them down, feet step back to a knee plank. Okay. And that means we're going to shift our hips a little bit forward, but we're not coming down like this. We still want to tuck our tailbone and keep our low belly engaged. Good. So feeling this engagement, create a lot of space between you and the floor. So press your body away. Good. Creating a lot of space between the shoulder blades. And if you feel like you can find ease in this pose, possibly tuck your toes and lift your knees up for full plank. Staying relaxed and calm in your mind, relaxed and calm in your breath. And lower all the way down. Good. Tops of the feet on the mat. And then bring your hands closer to your rib cage, elbows tucked in, forehead on the mat. Press your pubic bone down, press your toes down, engage your thighs, lifting your knees up. And then on an inhale, peel your chest and head up from the floor just a little bit. And exhale, lower down. Where can you find ease? Feeling the forehead rest on the ground. Inhale, rise up. Exhale down. Every time our forehead touches the ground, it's a reminder to soften. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, rise up. Maybe you press yourself up a little higher. If that feels good to your spine. But wherever you're taking this pose today, roll your shoulders back. Open your heart. Soften your shoulders away from your ears and find that state of ease. Good. Slowly lower back down. Bend your knees, windshield wiper, left and right. Good. And then we're going to press up and back to a child's pose. So knees nice and wide, toes together, sink your hips back to your heels, walk your fingertips out forward onto the mat. Feeling, again, that gentle balance of opposite movements. So our hands reaching forward, our hips sinking back, creating that length and openness. And just noticing your breath and inviting it to come to a very calm state, slow, steady. You'll stay in this posture for another minute or so and truly find your peace and your ease. Went from the effort now to the effortless. To rise to the peak of yourself, you must find ease within. Because truly, tension and stress is clenching and limiting, but ease is opening and inviting. In order to open yourself and invite your greatest wishes and that positive energy that you desire in your life, you must too be in that state of flow and that state of ease. So I encourage you for the rest of the day to try to be mindful about the different activities that you engage in, the conversations you engage in, how you walk, how you drive, how you do anything. And try to see if you can incorporate a deeper state of ease in all of those places, letting go of tension and letting go of resistance. When we resist something, we create tension. Enjoy staying in this pose as long as you'd like and have a wonderful day, yogis. Namaste.